Many students will be looking at trading up and investing in some new tech. But what kind of laptop do you need for your studies? Colin Baker joins us now with more. Hi, Colin.
Hey, how are you?
So, you're going to go to college, you're going to be there for 4 or 5 years.
The computer is either going to be, I suppose, your best friend or your worst enemy for the next few years.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of both. But I think I was just saying to Sinead earlier that I actually met a girl yesterday who'd gone and bought a big gaming laptop because her boyfriend had said, yeah, you know, you've got to have a graphics card, you've got to have a big screen. And she's lugging this huge thing around. So she's got to bring it in every day to college.
Buying somebody else's recommendation might not be the best way to go.
You've got to buy for your own needs.
Yes.
There is no one single, this is the laptop to have. It's about your budget. It's about whether you're going to be carrying it in and out every day. Yeah. It's about what you're going to be using.
If you're an architecture student and are using
totally
CAD, you need something
you
powerful.
You need that big beast
If you're
of a
an
thing.
art student and you're writing lots of essays.
Yeah, exactly. If you're in business and you want to be able to carry something on the train, you want something with high endurance in terms of battery life, that's a different story again.
Power,
maybe you're a Mac person, maybe you're Windows. So there's lots of options, and it is so important that you get it right.
Okay, now let's take a view at this from price point. It mightn't necessarily be the best way to go, but is I think how people will begin their search anyway.
Honestly, Ian, the first two questions I always ask when somebody comes in for advice is size and budget.
Okay.
Because if your budget is €400, that automatically knocks out the Surface Pro and a lot of the Macs and the likes. So that is a very important question. And size, of course, as well. If you're never going to be looking at it around and you really just want something to sit on your desk that you can fold away the odd time, then you can have that glorious big screen, that heavy machine.
Exactly. Okay, now let's start off with the Lenovo here. This is our first one today. Lenovo, a good make, solid out, you know.
Absolutely, yeah, well known, very popular out there. You'll see lots of versions of this. This is about the minimum spec and price I'd recommend for anyone going to college.
Okay.
It's 4 gig of RAM, it runs a solid state hard drive, we'll be talking about that later, but that keeps it nice and quick and start up fast and shut down fast. It's also light and portable and has a 14-inch screen. So you've got a good screen size there, good endurance, about 7-hour battery life at best. Processor's not great, but for people just writing documents, browsing the internet, editing photos, that's fine.
Watching
movies?
Long as
you're watching movies, fine as well, absolutely. Anything to do with the internet and streaming, absolutely fine. Nice and quick. You wouldn't want to be pushing any kind of, you mentioned CAD earlier, or gaming, or any kind of design or video editing. That's not going to pull it.
But for your standard, no frills, surfing the internet, doing all your college writing stuff, perfect.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Now, HP, another very well-known make.
Absolutely, again, this is a retail brand or a retail machine. This is about €599, I think, in Curry's PC World.
How much was the Lenovo, by the way?
That's 429. So it's about the lowest I could find out there in the big places, and that's Curry's PC World as well.
Okay.
I wouldn't go below that because you're talking about a lot of corners being cut, and ultimately, in 6 months, 9 months, you're going to have a slow-down experience. You're going to have to spend more money to upgrade it anyway.
Yes, yeah, okay.
The thing about this one, and you'll have seen these are what's known as transformer machines. Okay. So you can flip the screen around this way, and of course, that's what I do live on air. Yeah, smash up the screen. It's not even mine. Now, the advantage here, of course, is you can flip it around and put it in presentation mode. Oh, yeah. You can use it as a sort of a notepad or a tablet, obviously, and you can use it with a stylus. The big point here is that the majority of this is not function, it is novelty.
It's form over function.
If you love this, if you like that idea, by all means go and buy it. But let me be clear, most people who buy this type of machine come back in 6 months and they've forgotten that it does that because they end up just using the keyboard and using the touchpad because it's a computer. It's not a tablet. It's not an iPad. The other thing about it is if you smash the screen on something that's this sophisticated, forget it. Just buy another one. So they're not particularly serviceable. Be careful about the novelties. Do think and focus on what you're actually going to be using.
Now, we're talking about another bit of novelty. It looks-wise anyway here. This is the Surface, isn't it?
This is the Surface Pro. It's their latest one. First thing you'll notice, high price. This is about €1,150 or thereabouts.
If you're going to get 4 years out of it, you can probably justify it.
You could get more. This is commercial grade. We'll be talking about that in a second.
So these are retail?
These are retail grade. Commercial grade is a step up. It's designed for the Googles and the Pfizer Labs and the corporate customers. They're more discerning. They're expecting more endurance of machines.
That's right, yeah.
They're expecting more reliable and a lower chance of failure.
So this is designed to be pushed?
Exactly, yes. Now, this is also, looks like a tablet, but in fact, it's got desktop desktop-like performance. So you've got a Core i5, you've got a much faster processor in here than you have in these ones as well.
Does it have a keyboard?
And stronger hardware. Believe it or not, for 1,150, it doesn't come with a keyboard. So you have to go and buy one for about 150 or 200 euro that clips onto the base of it.
Really?
Now, it has an on-screen keyboard and it's all touchscreen and multi-touch. And it's an awesome device. But let's be clear, the budget is high here. And for maybe business people, more like, so someone who money isn't that big an issue, but they want ultimately the smallest size they can possibly get their hands on and still maintain that fast, powerful, heavy resource desktop-like performance.
Okay, now we're moving on to Mac now, and I put my hands up and say I converted to Mac about 3 or 4 years ago. I'm completely sold. I think they're fantastic.
They say once you go Mac, you never go back.
Well, very good. What I've noticed compared to any other laptop is this is 3 years old now, and it's as fast as the day that I bought it. Right, well, so Apple do something different.
It's a fair point. I mean, lots of people say, well, is it worth me spending? Whether I have the money, have the budget, or I don't, is it worth 1,500 euro? The new MacBook Pro my dad recently got, 2,800 euro for a 15-inch machine.
Stings, isn't
this one is 1,500 euro. Look at it. It's the size of an iPad,
isn't
really.
it?
Now, that's kind of what you're paying for, is incredible build quality and high performance given a very small size.
Remarkable.
Again, the chance of failure here, it's extremely low. The last stability, if you look after a machine like this, 5, 6, 7, 8 years even.
Well, I have a 2010 one as well that I bought cheap there recently, and
it's still going.
It's just as fast.
You know,
it's fantastic. Now, we're talking here, this is a big chunky looking thing, right? This is a factory refurbished
Yes, and this is actually quite close to my heart. I do like a deal. I don't particularly like spending enormous amounts of money on this stuff.
You're a man after my own heart.
And like with cars, I'll buy an older car. With factory refurbished machines, you can, this type of thing, 12, 13, 14, 1,500 euro, but you can get that grade of equipment a lot cheaper. Apple do it on their website for about 20% less. Windows machines like this, Dell Latitude, 8 gig of RAM, Core i5, all more powerful than the Surface Pro. But they start at 299 euro.
So just let me get this clear, right? This will go as fast, will do
No,
as
that's
much.
actually a faster machine. That's a more capable machine than that Surface Pro.
So this is a better machine than that. This one's better looking, we can all acknowledge.
Absolutely, and that's heavier as well, as you can see. The battery life is longer on that.
300 quid compared to 15.
In terms of a pure workhorse, if you just want something that has a low chance of failure, that's plenty powerful, serviceable and upgradable anytime you want, and has a long life ahead of it, that's kind of the way to go, particularly if you have a low budget.
Finally, let's have a quick chat about these lads. These are hard drives.
If you want to take, you mentioned your old 2010 MacBook Pro. If you want to take an older machine, maybe that you're not using or you are and it's running slowly, and upgrade it and make it a hell of a lot faster, you employ this type of technology. It's called a solid-state drive. It replaces your old spinning hard drive, which is in most machines nowadays, with this far quicker drive.
How much?
It's up to 15 times faster. Upgrading is about 180, 190 euro.
Colin, fascinating stuff. Brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Coming up, stylist Mariette Doran will be here with a range of fashions ideal for mums on the school run. Don't go anywhere.